Woody Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Black Clover chapters 381 through 383. But before we get into this 10-year anniversary live reaction, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm and copyright system, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithm and copyright beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. And we ain't sponsored by Shueisha, and we ain't sponsored by Manga Plus, and we ain't sponsored by Viz. And considering how much we promote Manga Plus on this channel, it's kind of surprising, right? But if you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable little puppet kitty, somewhere around here, and this operation, again, literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one. Feel free to hit up our Cash App, PayPal, and Coffee. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon, where we are doing our anime live reaction content, because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that. So we can have our full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botched localization or two, but it's great for when we cover anime original content like, say, Dragon Ball Daima, which we covered in both the sub and the dub. And the more views and subscribers we get on Patreon, the more anime we'll cover. And hell, if you're a $10 patron, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And there's a stacked summer anime season in full swing, in which we're covering Witch Watch, Gachi Akuta, Togenanki, as well as the second seasons of My Dress Up Darling, Dan to Dan, and a couple of cuckoos. And there's even more on the way, including Black Clover. So please check out our Patreon. The link is in the description box below. So man, I can't believe we're at the 10-year anniversary of Black Clover. It blows my mind, man. It does, because I've been covering Black Clover for a really long time. I've been covering Black Clover, man, I think this was one of the first series I covered on my channel too. My God. But we gotta talk about this color spread, because we've noticed it since Tabata switched over to Jump Giga, is you could tell that Tabata is enjoying the time with his family. Like, this art feels so joyous, feels so happy, and you could tell via the movement. It's just, there's just this ease about it. And also, the color palette is bright, too. So, I'm really happy for him. I'm happy for Tabata. I'm happy he did what he did. Now, writing-wise, I am very concerned. I'm very concerned that the pacing is going to be all over the place. I'm worried that we're going to be having a Bleach situation, if you will. God, I hope we're not going to have a Bleach situation. Oh, please don't do that to me, Tabata. That's the one thing I really don't want, but let's get into this chapter, this first chapter, see what's in store for us today. And the opening text on the color spread, by the way, is, and we continue to move forward in the fight to be the strongest. And this chapter is titled The Ultimate Mage. And what the opening text is supposed to say is, and this is from the Spanish version, by the way, what will be the extent of Yuno's power now that he is enveloped with Asta's anti-magic? Whoa, even Asta's handsome rival has his anti-magic now. Ooh, for Lucius, this is true. That is not good. I knew it. You really are the most dangerous one. The one who's nearly a corpse and the one who made it happen. Dude, this is sickening. Tabata, like, as I said, you could tell that, and via the art, that Tabata is just so happy. That ease, that effortlessness, and the art just tells you that Tabata is just enjoying the time with his family. Black Tornado, thank God. Woo! Get him, Yuno! Okay, here's where I gotta be make a slight complaint here, okay? Is on, I want to say the bottom of page 6, I think it is. Hold on a sec. Yeah, this would be one page, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, it is the bottom of page 6. My one problem with the bottom of page 6 is that it looks a little unfinished. I can't be the only one that's thinking that, right? And this is when Yuno is striking Lucius. It just looks a little bit unfinished, and that worries me. That muscle-bound freak, he's been swinging something this heavy around? Yeah, he has. Anti-magic attacks warrant the utmost caution. Woo. This looks nice. Again, I could be wrong that Lucius is supposed to look this unfinished, but I don't know. It just looks. It looks like Lucius is just missing something. It's maybe just like missing a little bit of line work, just something. I don't know. Maybe it's because of what we saw happen in the most recent chapter of AO Exorcist, where there was like literally a page of unfinished art. Literally, there was at least one page of unfinished art in AO Exorcist. I'm dead serious. That's why I'm just like, maybe this is unfinished. But actually, it's not just Lucius here. Hold on. Looks like page 9 is kind of unfinished in general. Yeah, I could be wrong, but let me know in the comments. Black Crescent Moonsicle. Ooh. Ooh. You can't read, wait, you can't read transparency. Okay, now, you can't read transparency magic. Now, if this is why it has an unfinished look, is because it's transparency magic, okay, that to me makes sense. Either that or Tobias just trying to cover his ass. But transparency magic makes sense to me, okay. Using soul magic, I'll touch a spot anti-magic doesn't cover, and it will be over. Ooh, okay. My magic is disappearing. You fucking retard! What'd you think was gonna happen? Flag Neverland. Ooh. Okay. Impressive. I'll whittle away at you until that limited anti-magic runs out. Before it does, you'll be dead. Oh, good luck with that. Ready? Here I come. Oh, I don't have any magic left. Ooh, okay. Lady Marileona? Yes! Noelle, go. That's not your mother anymore. I'll get rid of her. Yes! Yes! But, Noelle, I'm sad for... I'm sad that Noelle's not going to take out her mom. I'm sad about that. Because with the other fights we had, I liked how... Marileona, you already did your business and took out that motherfucker. That was awesome. But Noelle not taking out her mom kind of bothers me a little bit. Noelle, go. That's not your mother anymore. I'll get rid of her. Asta, the only thing that could heal these wounds completely is an ultimate spell. I don't have enough magic for that. Oh my god. Mimosa is not being OP here. Okay. I think. And also, Mimosa being useless is also not surprising either. I have to at least channel all of the healing power in the spell into him or else. Okay. But doing that will endanger the lives of the other wounded. Yeah, Mimosa being useless, what else is new? But again, I'm just glad she's not OP either. I know Asta wouldn't want to be the only one who was safe, but never mind us. Help him. Recover Asta. We saw him fight. We need his power to save the kingdom. You mean We'll pin it down. Go! Ooh, I swear I'll save him. I'm going to save Asta no matter what. Okay. Woo! Morris! Morris is a queen! Morris! I live! Morris is giving us drag right now. Oh my god, it's not drag queen. This is drag monster. If you have watched Dragula, you know what I'm talking about. Oh my god, this is a serve. This is fierce. Holy shit. I wish there was a little bit more shading in this to like really give us the drag monster fantasy. But oh my god, this is such a serve. Oh! I love this. Oh my god, I fucking love this. Now this is what I'm talking about, Tabata. Like, this is what I'm talking about in terms of what some of Tabata's designs have been lacking. This is what I've been talking about. Like, give us over the top. Give us couture. This is couture. This is what I've been wanting. Oh my god, again, a little bit more shading would have really given us, taken this to the next level. But like the overall design though for this, I love it. I love it. It doesn't feel incomplete. It doesn't. Like something I've been saying with Lucius, for example, is Lucius' design to me just felt like bare. It felt incomplete in terms of like the proportions were off. But but this though, those proportions are exaggerated. It feels grand. It like just is so cool. Like the horns to the rest of the body. You have the skirt of it looks so cool. Oh my god, this is so sickening. This is a demon queen. Yes! Yes! Again, I wish there was more shading on this. That's the only thing that is holding this back from being like perfect is shading everywhere. That's what this needs. It just needs shading. And it would have been perfect. Why, Tabata? Why is there not more shading here? Why? Like the inside of the collar, we have some shading and it looks really cool. But the rest of it just does not have enough. Oh my god, this looks cool though. That's, as I said, that's the only reason why it looks incomplete is because there's not enough shading. But Jesus, this looks so cool. That's a fucking queen. That is a drag queen. That's a drag monster queen. Oh my god, the face looks awesome. I'd like to follow that Vanished Unknown research subject, but I'll eliminate that flaw first for Master Lucius. Oh my god. Is this really happening right now? He's not a flaw. That's my friend. But is this really happening? Oh my god! Finally! We're getting the Diamond Kingdom here! Oh my god! Oh my god, this is really happening! Oh my god, let me read this closing text here. Presenting a troop of allies. Dude, you guys have known for years that the one thing I wanted in terms of Morris is that, and like back in the Spade arc too, that I wanted Mars and Ladros and Fauna and them to be the one to take Morris out. And I was going to be furious if it was, as much as I loved it with Marileona, don't get me wrong, I loved it. Because the way that Tabata did it was sickening. It was, but am I really going to get Mars, Fauna, and Lavros taking out Morris? Am I really gonna get this right now? Is this really happening? I'm so... Dude! vindicated right now. Oh my god. This is really happening. Oh my god, this is really happening right now. I'm so happy. I'm so fucking happy right now. Oh my god, this is getting better. Okay, so now we're at 382. Time to fulfill a promise! Oh my god! Like, let's be real. We've been waiting. All of us have been waiting for years for this. Like, I've been waiting. Let me make this clear. In terms of the end of, like, what we saw at the end of chapter 381, that is something I've been waiting for years for, personally. The fact that we're going to probably see Lavros and Mars and Fauna and then take out Morris, that is something I've been wanting. I've been waiting for years, okay? This moment here, however, where we're going to see this, Mars say this line, is something everybody else, including me, has been waiting for years. And this chapter is titled Former Enemies, by the way. As promised, Asta, I'm here to help. You called me friend. If you, well, let me see if I can zoom this in here a little bit. If you run into trouble, I'll come help you anytime, no matter where you are. That's what friends are for, right? Don't worry, we're on Asta's side. Good grief, these people push one-armed, old guys way too hard. Still, this is pretty ironic, no? Just look at him, the high and mighty scholar who did all the human experimentation and toyed with all those lives, and now somebody's turned him into a monster. Dude, that is so ironic! Holy shit, that's so true! I didn't think about the irony in all this until now. Did you? Oh god, it is so ironic. Let's read this again here. The irony in all this shit. Still, this is pretty ironic, no? Just look at him, the high and mighty scholar who did all that human experimentation and toyed with all those lives, and now somebody's turned him into a monster. It's not just ironic. I called it karma years ago, but I didn't think about I don't remember if I called it ironic, but I called it karma. Diamonds, who'd have thought we'd meet in a place like this? You're not needed here, it's too late, dude. Tabata, why did you put more shading here? This design is so sick. It just needs shading. I know I'm gonna get shit in my comments about me bitching about this, but I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for this. It just needs more shading. Specifically in the in this close-up anyway. Specifically in the horns, man. Just give it more shading. The eyes actually look pretty sickening. It does. The shoulders actually look pretty good too. The chest though, woo, that chest needs more shading. But the shoulders could use a little bit more shading. But not as much as those horns though. Good God. Those horns definitely need more shading for sure. You're actually embarrassing. It's like looking at something I bragged about as a small child. Return to the soil, ghost of the past. To an ass. You're the ghost of the past, Morris. Even without your body modifications. We've grown stronger. What? My former greatest success. Pheramena, one of the 8 shining generals and host of the spirit of Earth. Okay, now this is why I think we're going to be having a 1,000-year blood war moment in the Black Clover anime. Because this right here is why we needed a Diamond Kingdom arc. Why? Why, Tabata? I understand certain things, okay? I really do, about your situation. But there's no excuse to not, do, all of this shit that you want, including the Diamond Kingdom arc. Especially since you're going, since this is a quarterly serialization, Just, like, if the fans can wait. We can wait. We are patient. For fuck's sake, you're talking to fans that are reading D. Grayman fans, in my case, D. Grayman, Hunter x Hunter, Berserk, what's the other one? I'm thinking of, that's on hiatus a lot. God, oh, World Trigger as well. Like, dude, give us I just don't get it. This design is sickening, though. Woo! I love this. Oh, God. As I said, I'm pissed. Like, seeing this makes me even more mad that we didn't get a Diamond Kingdom arc. This really needed Black Clover needed a Diamond Kingdom arc. I really hope we get it in the Black Clover anime, and we have a 1,000-year Blood War situation. There's no way in hell that we don't get a 1,000-year Blood War situation. We need to have it. I swear to God. We'll keep this guy pinned here. Take care of Asta. Thank you. Go, hang in there. We better see the rest of that fight. I swear to God. Morris better not be off screen. Because here's how I think this could go, okay? I feel like, in terms of, like, the Diamond Kingdom arc stuff, I feel like if anything, we could see what happened in the Diamond Kingdom during this fight with Morris. I really hope we get that. Otherwise, I'm going to be furious. Oh my God, please. Please, Tabata, don't fuck this up. Blackwind, Blade Shower. Woo! Now then, which comes first? Will we settle this fight, or will you run out of citizens to protect? Dude, that was an awesome line. No, damn it! Woo! Now these designs are sickening. Again, it needs more shading, but these designs are sickening. Niche, this time I'm protecting people of my own free will. Yeah, Niche! Huh? What? What was that? We do apologize for the wait, citizens. Sorry, but there's nothing we hate more than winging it. We spend all our time getting ready until the last possible moment. Here in Branch 0 of our Magic Tool Research Lab. What? But they're researchers. Why? So they made it in time. I didn't really get what Asta was saying back then, but at the Magic Tool Research Lab, I worked for the good of the kingdom. Everybody thanked me, and now I think I get it. Now is the time to atone. Yes! Fire! Ooh! I did oodles of research on Asa's magicless body, and that ammunition is the result. It screws up your magic circuits and makes your magic fail. Once you get shot, you can't use magic for 5 seconds. In that case, we can actually fight. Sally really is a genius at magic tool research. So they tell me you use soul magic to trap a crowd of souls, and you're using them to run these things. Well, I'll use my wraith magic to tear those off of you and send them back to heaven. Woo! That monster, he got it. That was epic! It was. Take them all out! Damn it. You friggin' loser, you were right. Oh, God. Okay, I gotta check this real quick. So, in the Spanish version, the Spanish localization, dude just says you were right. Fizz. Let me see if I can get the Japanese raw. If I can find it, I'll see if I can get it right now and run it through Google Translate real quick. So I double checked just to make sure, because I found the Japanese raw. And technically, Viz is right. Technically they are. Because reason being is Japanese raw. It was weird with Google Translate because there's a word that's used called teme, and what that is teme is you, but when it's used with like an insult. So yeah, so technically Viz is right. So I just had to make sure I did. So technically the Spanish one is wrong on this one. So all right, Viz, see, you get a pass. This is why I checked the Japanese raw to make sure. Except there are too many of them. Ooh, the elves are here too. Oh my god. Something I do like is we're seeing like the flashbacks and how everyone's connected. We swear on the power of the elves. This time we will protect the humans. Asta, you even made old enemies your allies. Yes, the companions of the from the path he has traveled so far now come to his aid. This is awesome. This is awesome! Alright, so now we're at 383. The fight is on. And this chapter is titled Yearning. And also, Japanese speakers, let me know if I'm wrong on that, about, on teme. Because I just want to make sure that these translations are right. And this chapter is titled Yearning. Quintile, atrium, flagellum. You know what? Something I'm wondering what you guys think in terms of do you guys think in terms of the allies, okay? Going into this chapter, do you guys think the allies are coming in a little too late? Or not? In terms of the Diamond Kingdom, honestly, I think the Diamond Kingdom could have maybe come a little bit sooner. But the science research team, their timing I don't have any problems with. Their timing is really good. Ooh, this looks great. But I'll give you my thoughts on the rest of them when we get to the end of chapter 383. Quintel atrium scutum. Ooh, this is beautiful. Quintel atrium hasta. Ooh. You're pretty desperate about chasing me around. You really are scared of Asta, aren't you? Did you manage to predict his old enemies leveling up and taking his side? I guess your foresight genuinely doesn't work on him. This is nothing, just a battle of attrition. It won't go on for long, just like your borrowed anti-magic. See? Ooh. You tried very hard, but it looks like it's already checkmate. Okay, Tabata. Whose beautiful little sister do you think... Wait, whose beautiful little sister do you think you're trying to attack? Kirsch! The gall of making my sister protect you, you lucky oaf. What happened to all that vigor you showed when you thrashed me? Ooh! Langries! Langries! Oh my god, it may not have been an actual battle, but he did beat me. I can't have him lying around looking like that. Good grief, do they really have to bounce back this fast? Yeah. Now Leo shows up! What the fuck? Asta, would you wake up already? I won't stand for such pathetic behavior from my rival. Okay, now Leo coming here, this is, like, now? He's keeping Mana Method, active and cloaking himself in it from head to toe. Good one. However, all of this is merely buying time. No matter how often you defeat them, the angels will rise again. But what about that gun that we saw with the research team and the Wraith magic? That's a different story because that negates the soul magic because it sends the souls back into heaven. So, yeah, there is that. I acknowledge you. Oh my god, they're acknowledging Asta! Oh my god, I acknowledge you now. Didn't you get stronger so that we could fight together? Get up, fight, vanquish Lucius. This is so cheese. Oh my god. I can't help but think of Bleach in this moment. Speaking of Bleach, I'm not going to make it in time. Is it happening again? I won't be able to send him back to the battlefield in proper shape. Yes! Charmy, eat up! Why are you here? When we saw that fight, it made us think that Asta and his rival wouldn't give up. Don't you give up either, Mimosa. Thank you very much. Ultimate Plant Magic, Flower Princess Utopia. Asta, please save the world. Everyone's waiting. Mimosa. Yeah, he's back. But, hold on, why not just give the food to Asta? Thanks. Lucius, I'm coming for ya! Let's see. Asta is fully recovered. Well, I guess they had to make Mimosa useful, so she had to do something. But I love everyone coming together like this. I do. I love that all the allies Asta made along the way are here. I do. But I don't know about the timing. I feel like this is being rushed. This is being rushed to hell. I think the worst offender of, not worst offender, I'm sorry. The worst victim of this rush pacing, unfortunately, is, I feel like the Noelle content kind of is a victim of it. But God, the Yami content, I think is one of the biggest victims of it. I'm so mad that fight just got rushed to fucking hell. I'm still mad that we didn't get that awakening from Yami, that full awakening. I'm still waiting to see what's going on with that heart. I need to see it. The other thing I'm kind of like down about is I wanted to see the elves reunite with William. Like, why are we not getting that? The elves showing up is great, but why not have them like reunite with William? Like when he's like at his weakest point, have them show up there. I think the elves can't. Yeah, I was thinking the elves came too late. That's when the elves should have shown up. Is when William was in danger. They should have came in, saved his ass. That's when they should have shown up. Because remember, the elves have the biggest connection to William. Why they didn't show up then is a mystery to me. I think the Diamond Kingdom should have showed up. Like Mars and them, I think they should have showed up. Part of me wants to say, like, during the tail end of the... Part of me wants to say at the tail end of the Merleona fight, but at the same time, it's like, I don't think that would have worked. Because Merleona, the way Merleona's fight was written was just way too good. But at the same time, it's like, they could have shown up and been like, Merleona... Go. You got other shit to deal with around the kingdom. We got this. Go. Kind of like what we saw with what we saw with the interaction with Mars and them and Mimosa. We could have had something similar with that and Merleona. I feel like we could have had something like that. But man, in terms of like when the research club showed up, that timing was perfect. I'm not mad at that timing. That timing was everything. But yeah, I think the elves' timing was way too late. It was way too late. Now, the other thing we got to address here, and I kind of addressed it a little bit earlier, is Faramena. Now, I'm really hoping that, as I said, I'm hoping Morris is not going to get destroyed off screen. I really hope not, because what I hope we're going to see, because since we didn't get a straight up Diamond Kingdom arc, what I hope we're going to see is while Faramena is fighting Morris, is I hope we're going to see, like, via a flashback, we're going to find out what her story is. for one thing, and maybe even find out like what happened in the Diamond Kingdom leading up to this situation, leading up to them heading over to the Clover Kingdom. Kind of like what we saw in kind of like what we saw in Boruto 2 Blue Vortex with Boruto, because we got an idea. We still don't know the full, in terms of Boruto, we still don't know everything that went down during the time skip, but we got a lot of good info in terms of Boruto's training and shit like that. That's what I kind of want to see here. But man, so far, I feel like in terms of the Diamond Kingdom content, I feel like, and just in general right now, as of right now, I feel like the Black Clover anime is going to go through a 1,000-year blood war situation. I really do. I feel like we're going to get a 1,000-year blood war situation with Black Clover. No doubt in my mind we're going to. There's no way, like, considering the amount of content that is not here in the manga, yeah, there's got, if Period is smart, or I should say TV Tokyo, because I think they're the ones that license Black Clover. If they're smart, they will do it like a 1,000-year blood, well, even 1,000-year blood war. Problem is with 1,000-year blood war, they were fucking stupid and only ordered 52 episodes, which was fucking stupid. Hopefully this time they order like 100 episodes for Black Clover anime, because for this final arc, they're gonna need it. They will. This is one of those times where they're gonna need at least 100 episodes. I'm really concerned, man. I was already concerned about the pacing, but God, I'm really concerned. I really wish, in all reality, I really wish Black Clover, this final arc, was going through a Hunter x Hunter or a D. Grayman situation. Because, yes, I'm comparing it to both. D. Grayman is quarterly, so I gotta kind of compare it to D. Grayman. And Hunter x Hunter just comes out whenever. I really wish we were getting pacing like those series. And hell, even I'll include World Trigger in the discussion too. Because Black Clover needs that kind of pacing. It does. Considering all the lore that is being like skipped over in Black Clover, it really does need this kind of pacing. It does. I don't understand, like, does Tabata just want to just get it? I feel like Tabata just wants to get this over with and just spend time with this family. If that's the case, like, Tabata, if you just want to finish this up and be done with it, like, I just feel like Tabata, if you want to spend time with your family for a little bit longer and then come back to Black Clover, like, just do that. Like, don't do this to your series. Because, let's be real, Shueisha will give you all the time that you need. All the time off that you need. They will. Shueisha will do it, like, despite what people think. Shueisha, like, the publishers in general will give you all the time that you need to recuperate, to, like, get the inspiration that you need. They're really lenient about that. They're more lenient than you guys think they are. But man, Tabata, I just don't understand. I don't understand why you're... And especially in the case of Black Clover is extremely popular in Japan. If you want to go at the pacing that, like, D. Grayman or Hunter x Hunter, World Trigger, that slow pacing that they're going in, Shueisha would love it, because that means more volumes for them to sell. And they love money. Money talks. I'm just so confused. I'm so confused why Tabata is just not going at this at the paces of those series, so they can get like a really satisfying series. Like, this isn't like what happened with Kubo, where like Shueisha just like this isn't a Bleach situation where sales were dipping and Shueisha just gave Bleach the axe. It's not like that. No, Black Clover is really popular. Black Clover volumes sell. I'm very curious what you guys think of this situation here. I'm so confused. I'm really confused on why Tabata is making these really questionable decisions in the pacing. Because I don't think this is Jump Giga. I don't think this is on Jump Giga. This is definitely on Tabata. I think the only reason why this is happening is probably because Tabata just wants the series to be over and done with. And if that is so, that is really sad. That is really, really sad. The only thing as I said, the only thing I can hope for is we get a 1,000-Year Blood War situation with Black Clover anime. Which is more than likely going to happen. Because we saw what happened with the Black Clover anime, that it had a shit ton of fillers. So, more than likely, that's what's going to happen here. But I want to know what you guys think of these chapters. What do you guys think about the situation that we have here with everyone coming back? Which, again, I'm not opposed to. This was probably going to happen anyway. But what do you guys think of the timing of it? That's where I'm having an issue. What I'm having an issue with. As I said, I think the elves should have came back when William was in trouble. That's when they should have came back. In terms of the Diamond Kingdom, they like Mars and them, they should have came back ages ago. You guys know that. My thoughts on that. It should have came back ages ago. But as I said, I'm just glad they're going to be the ones to take out Morris. That's all I wanted. So I'm happy with that. The research team, I think the only ones that had the perfect timing was the research team. Straight up. They had the best fucking timing. Perfect timing. And what do you guys think, going back, and what do you guys think of the whole thing with Faramena? Like, that was a victim of not even having the Diamond Kingdom arc. I think she represents that we were supposed to get a Diamond Kingdom arc. She does. Straight up. But there was one other one. What do you guys think about the whole thing with... And also, with Charmy, what do you guys think about her giving the food to Mimosa and not Asta? I'm kind of torn on that. Like, part of me is like, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Sure. But, like, the other part of me is like, dude, just give Asta the food. The other part of me is like, are we even gonna get the dwarf content at all? Like, I want the dwarf content too. I totally forgot about that. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Black Clover content. A few ways you could do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon. Purchase something off our Amazon wish list. And also become a member of this channel. Everything's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. And until next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye!